A little girl from Longmont passed away last Tuesday, just 2 weeks after she was suddenly diagnosed with cancer. She had one wish before she passed. She wanted to make a difference. And now thousands of people all over the world are making that wish come true. Here is 9 News reporter Jonathan Gonzalez.
It was right near the end of March, right before spring break for school. And she came home from school and said she got bumped on a slide.
There are some stories simply too difficult to share.
I just figured she was injured, right? And that we'd work through it and that should be okay.
But what if sharing those stories could make life for others just a little less difficult?
It was awful. It felt really surreal. Honestly, it still kind of feels that way. It's like a nightmare we can't wake up from.
Jessica and Maddy Grayless are sharing the story of their 8-year-old daughter, Maddy. She couldn't seem to recover from the pain connected to a bone bruise for weeks until doctors finally discovered the pain wasn't coming from the injury.
They told me that she had osteosarcoma, bone cancer, and that it had spread.
2 days later, we got the terminal diagnosis. It just happened, all so quickly. We're still, I think, dizzy from the whole, from the whole event.
Maddy died at her Longmont home on June 16th, just 2 weeks after being diagnosed, but not before expressing her simple, lifelong wish to make a difference.
How do you look at your dying 8-year-old and say, you're going to make a difference, you can still do that? We had no idea what was about to happen.
Someone close to the family started a Facebook group called Maddy's Mighty Minions. Since then, nearly 10,000 people have joined to share their stories about making a difference in Maddy's honor.
When we reach out and we do something for others, we find a joy that honestly, I don't think we can find any other way.
Down in New Mexico, a group of people handed out cool water to strangers in the hot sun. In Illinois, a young girl donated 8 inches of her hair. And in the air, a flight crew shared some smiles for Maddy.
I can't even fathom now how many thousands of people have probably been impacted by our 8-year-old little girl.
Sharing Maddy's story isn't easy for Brian.
I woke up today realizing that it's Father's Day and she's not here with me.
So Jessica handed him this today.
It's a card that Maddy made for me 6 weeks ago. As tough as it's been, this will be the most memorable Father's Day I think I ever have.
Maddy's story will never have a perfect ending, but it won't have a sad one either.
It's a story of pure love, all right? And it reminds us that life is fragile.
Life is very fragile. Maddy's family hopes that more people continue to join the Facebook group. That's where people have been sharing their acts of kindness. You can find a link on our website, 9news.com. And Christine, it is just incredible to see, the legacy that she has left behind, just being 8 years old.
Yeah, and when you see the kids that are now paying it forward, it's one thing for adults to pay it forward. We hear about the nice kind of tasks happening afterwards, but the kids that are getting this message of paying it forward is unbelievable.
It's people all over the world. We heard a story about someone who was in line at the grocery store and paid for groceries behind him. It's like you saw the one in the air and the Delta flight crew. It's incredible again that she left this legacy. She had one simple wish to make a difference, and now there's thousands of people doing it because of her one wish.
Yes, she would be so happy.
Yeah,
Wow.
Difficult Father's Day. She was just unimaginable.
Absolutely. But they say that the Facebook page has been, it's not easy. Death will never be easy, but it is making things a little bit easier.
Sort of a way of healing as well. Such strength by that family as well.
Absolutely.
Jonathan, thank you.
Yeah.